Buddy, Kaiden here, and welcome back to another gaming video. So today, we are in a new game, and this is called BeamNG.Drive. Now in this video, I'm going to talk about, is BeamNG.Drive worth it, and how much fun I have while playing this game, and the pros and cons of this. So BeamNG.Drive, it is a open world driving game, where you can pretty much drive around and do whatever you want. Now, besides from that, what makes BeamNG.Drive special from your other ordinary driving games such as like The Crew or Project Cars and a whole bunch of different titles that are all about driving is that it has soft body crash physics. Now, these are really fun to play around with as each different component in the car surrounds each other. So pretty much if you ruin one part in the car, that might ruin another, and also there is an amazing amount of real life physics in this. And now there's so many things that are so cool about this game, and it's easily became one of my favorite games. Now, before, I used to be watching BeamNG.Drive videos pretty much every day when I was younger. I watched Whybeare and a bunch of other people play BeamNG.Drive, and I'm so excited to finally have my hands on BeamNG.Drive. Now, I already have a couple of mods installed and a couple of hours put into this game, and oh my goodness, I have such a blast playing this. Now, BeamNG.Drive, it's still in its early access phase, but it has been out for a couple of years now, so it's still really good even for, I think, an early access game, as it's still in the making, but you can still get it. Now, the game retails for $20 on Steam, is where I bought it off of. Now, just to give you guys a quick note, I have my steering wheel installed. Now, I have the Thrustmaster T80. Now, this thing is made for a PlayStation 4, but I was able to hook it up with my PC, and so if I sound a little funny, it's just because I have my mic up here. Now, the pros about this game. The pros is that it has really amazing physics. It has real world physics. That's one thing that I really like to see in it, is that it's pretty realistic. And the second is that it has soft body crash physics. Now, the crash physics in this game are actually really cool, and they're really fun to just mess around with, and to go along with the real world simulation and all of the handling and stuff. It's really cool because if you flip your car, your oil could be starved of, your car could be starved of oil, or you could bend your axle, and it's really just super amazing at what this game could do. And then the third one is that the mods are really easy to install. So here, this is your repository, and through your repository, you can search for different types of mods. Now, what I really like about this, as you can see, here's a mods page, and you can separate these by different categories. So, land, air, props, boats, and different scenarios and stuff. Now, you can put it into a filter if you're trying to find something. Now, say I want this, say I want this pigeon right here. Now, all you have to do is click subscribe, and basically what that does is that it automatically updates your mod whenever the author, pretty much updates their mods. As it says, as you subscribe, it updates automatically, and what's cool is it goes into your mod manager here, and it already automatically puts it in the game for you. So it's really cool. It's super easy to install mods. And now another thing that is fun is that this is also another pro, is that either if you just like to drive around like I do, you can either do that, it can be used seriously, or you can have it just to mess around if you like to mess around with a bunch of physics and a bunch of other things too. And now, it's not only just a free roam game. As you can see, when we click play, we also have scenarios, time trials, bus routes, and track builders. That's right, you can make your own mods and build your own tracks for this, which is amazing. Now, with the scenarios here, these are actually really fun to play if you start to get bored of driving around, which is really fun. For example, we have here rock climbing, which is really fun. You can get in a police chase, or you can deliver simple things like this pizza delivery here. It's very fun to go around with the scenarios, and they just added so much. And now another thing that is a pro about this game is that it recognizes a good amount of the controllers, and it's really easy to configure different buttons. So for example, if we go to options here, and we go to controls, and if you go to vehicle, you can go ahead and put different buttons on for all of your stuff that you want to do. For example, shift up is my paddle shifters right here, as you can hear. And then parking brake is another button on my wheel and then it can detect the axes on your steering wheel and your pedal, which is amazing. And also, it is compatible with force feedback. Now, what force feedback is they're pretty much motors inside of your wheel, where say you were to take a left-hand turn, and it'll automatically straighten out to you, considering like the slope or how much you turned. And it's pretty much just motors to make it feel like a real-world steering wheel. So with mine, I just have a bungee cable type steering wheel, which it does the job really well. Even though it's not 1-to-1 and it only has about, I'm not sure, maybe about 90 to 100 degrees on both side travel, it's still really fun to drive around with, and it can do as much as it does as a force feedback. And even if you do not have a wheel, you can of course configure it for WASD and your mouse, which is still really fun. And I've tried it both, driving with the wheel and driving with the keyboard. And man, it is fun either way. And now let's go over some of the cons about this game. Now, some cons is that they're pretty much all dependent of this, is you have to have a moderately strong PC. If you're just driving around for fun on a low, kind of like a low rendered map, not like one of these big maps here in the background, it'll run okay for, I'd say, some of your medium type PCs, low to medium type PCs. But if you want to load in such a bigger map, alright, so say if you want a big map with all these trees, a bunch of objects and stuff, and you want to have traffic, it'll kind of do a lot for your PC, as this thing, it's rendering so many stuff, so many pieces as well. And that's pretty much one of the only cons about this game. I did encounter some different crashes, but they're easy to work around. You can just boot up the game again. But are pretty much the only two cons that I found about this game, is that first, you have to have a pretty good PC to run this well, to run everything. And also, you do encounter some crashes some of the times. And I'm just blown away by BeamNG.Drive. I've been watching it for a long time, alright? I've been watching BeamNG.Drive ever since I was really little, and I really wanted to play it. And now I had a bunch of fun watching a bunch of BeamNG content creators go out and play, and it's just so much fun to play it by yourself. And now, oh my goodness, it's like one of my favorite games now, because not only do you get a free roam and you can mess around and drive, but you also have really cool crash physics, and you can also make your own mods and do a bunch of different scenarios. It's just like one of the best games made for me. And even for you, if you don't really like cars or you're not really into simulation, I think you'll also find a lot of fun here too, with looking at the crash physics and also just messing around with the game. And for $20, man, it's a really good deal. If they were to sell this thing at $60, yeah, like $60, somewhere up there, I'd still say this is a pretty good deal, because man, it's so cool even for an early access game. So, would I consider this game worth it? Absolutely. It is definitely worth the $20 right now for sale on Steam. It does go up sometimes to about $25, but I'm pretty sure right now it's $20, so you'll find it around the $20 range. I think on Humble they sell it for $20, and on Steam it is about $25. So expect around that price range, $20 to $25. I'd say definitely try to wait for the sale, especially right now for $20, but you'll usually find it around the $20 range. And either way, that $5 or not, it's going to be worth it, because this is such a really cool game, and I definitely do enjoy it. So yes, I will say now, this is worth it. Alright, so let's go ahead and load up the game, and I'm going to show you some of the different features and driving stuff that you can do with this game, and you'll just see how fun this is. So let's go ahead and go into free roam here. Now, free roam, you can take a look at all these different maps here. Now, some of these maps are add-on maps, for example, like the Island of Speed, in which they are really easy to get into the game. For example, say if I want to go to, to our repository here, and I just want to find a, say, a terrains level map. You go in there and you'd subscribe to one of them. It immediately goes into here. For example, I really wanted to have this car jump arena. I think it's the most popular map that's downloaded on BeamNG.Drive. And now, once you have that in there, it automatically updates your game. So you can just go in and take a look at the car jump arena, and it is really fun. Now I'm just going to load up in West Coast, USA, and I'm going to show you some of the driving features and really cool stuff that you can do. So let's go ahead and spawn in. Alright, so it takes just a little bit to load here. Now, these little buttons right here just tells you what it's like loading up. And yeah, I'm just blown away by this game. I've only had this game for about 1 to 2 days. I've already downloaded a handful of mods, and already have a couple hours on this, and it's really fun. And man, I'm just really blown away by it. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna show you guys why it's worth it. So, looks like we're almost done loading in here. As you can see, it just loading in a bunch of other stuff, and we should be there soon. And oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention as well is that with these types of PS4 controllers, such as the Thrustmaster T80, for example, it has the X, square, circle, and triangle, as well as L2 and R2. On the pedals on the Thrustmaster T80, it recognizes it both as an axis and L2 and R2. Now, when I was configuring it, one thing that I noticed is that it kind of detected it as a button, but one thing that I found, just got to keep tapping the pedal until it recognizes it as an axis. And so you just got to keep doing that over and over again, just for if you have like an Xbox or a PlayStation controller that is a steering wheel that has pedals, then that's what you basically just have to do. Just wait till it ends up on the axis, and then you'll have a axis type pedal for BeamNG.Drive. So here we are in the map, and now first we spawn up with this pickup truck here, and now to get a different vehicle, it's really easy. Now you just want to click the little car here, and what you do is you can load in any car you want. So I'm just gonna spawn in this Hiroshi Sunburst here, and as you can see, there's a bunch of different cars here. So I usually like to use this hill climb Sunburst, and so we'll just respawn that. And now you can either replace the current car. For example, right there, I just replaced that truck with this really cool car here. And say for example, if you want to spawn in maybe the semi-truck here, the Gavril T Series, say if I want this one, that's a really cool sleeper cab. We can replace this current vehicle because we're not going to drive that vehicle yet. And now, we also have custom trailers in here. So, for example, if I go to this drive down trailer over here, and I want to have this Tasty Cola, this looks really cool. It has 258,000 kilograms in it, which is about 70,000 pounds. We can spawn in a new one. So this is really cool if you want to simulate, say if you want an AI to follow you, or you just want to try different car accidents with other cars, you can do that. So you can spawn in a new trailer here, and to switch between the two, all you do is click tab. And so here we are to the semi-truck. I really like how easily they made it so you can switch between the two. Now, some quick little things to go over is, I'm not sure if you saw it, but in the bottom left-hand corner, when you switch over, you have that right there. Now, those will change different colors corresponding to what you break, for example, like your wheel, or your bumper, or your radiator. And pretty much what you do is you go ahead and drive the truck up over here. And now, this is really fun to do with a steering wheel. And we can just go into reverse. And to attach it, all you do is click L. So it's really simple. I really like that they did that, and that's another con of this, is that a lot of this stuff is really simple, easy to learn on the first day. It only took me about a day or two to get used to. And there we go, we have it attached, and now you can just drive away with your trailer, and you can assign different views here. For example, I made this camera a relative view so I can position it wherever I want, and then we can just go ahead and drive. Now here's the fun part, is that when you drive around, it's pretty realistic. It has really realistic handlings. And you can either drive it very casually like this, pretend you're a semi-truck driver. So we'll just take a turn over here. Shifting down. And as you can see, it's really, really fun. And I really enjoy this type of stuff. And now, if you don't enjoy just driving around like that, the really cool thing is that you can spawn in a more sporty vehicle, like the Sunburst here that we're about to spawn in. And we'll just replace this as the current. And then here we go, we've got this really cool hill climb vehicle. And you can just sort of race around and drift around the corners if you want. and it's super duper fun to just drive around really fast like this. And now, if you're wondering, why does this look like a ghost town? Now, you can, of course, always put in really nice AI traffic. And this is another cool thing about BeamNG.Drive, is that you can spawn in AI. So you just go to the main menu here, you click AI, and say if you want to have, this is traffic right here. You can either spawn in normal traffic, or you can spawn in traffic with police. Now, one really cool thing that I found out is that if you spawn traffic with the police in, it's really, really cool. You'll find out. So it just takes a little bit to spawn in, and this is what I was talking about in the beginning, that it kind of hurts my frames a little bit once you spawn it in. But there we go, we've got traffic here, and now it adds a different, whole new other challenge to driving around. So as we can see here, just driving around the traffic. And man, it's really, really fun. It's just hours on end of just driving around. And now we'll try to find a police car right here. Hello, Mr. Policeman. Alright. Now let's say if we speed up in front of him. We'll just try to wait for this car here. So if we slightly tap his bumper, his little push bar there, he turns on his lights. Now you can either try to run away, but if you stop here, I got ticketed, and it shows our traffic infractions here, which is speeding and police collisions. So that's really cool, is that in free roam you can also do little police chases in cars like this, which is amazing, and I love it. Now here's the thing that makes BeamNG very, very special. Now that is with having vehicle collisions and their soft body crash physics. Now if we go ahead and hit this wall here, we go boom! Wow, look at that. And you can just cause so much damage to your car, and as you can see, it shows up here in the top left corner on what's broken and what's happening to your car. You can just take a look at all the components in there. And now if we go ahead and just click R, it'll just reset to where we last spawned in our vehicle. I'll just put the parking brake on. Now here's a fun thing that you can do, is when you hold down control, it opens up all of the little points that you can hold on to. Now what this means is that you can apply pressure. So for example, this is pulling 526 kilograms from the car. So if you want to pull off this front splitter here and this bumper, there we go. We can pull off different components of the car, and as well as fling the car around just like this. Whee! And that also puts into account the soft body crash physics, and it really is really fun to just mess around like this. If you don't want to drive, you can just go ahead and fling your car all around. It's really fun to watch, just like that. Oh my goodness. Alright, and now another thing that I found really cool is that with some of our mods here, we can have airplanes. As we can see, I have the B-25 Missile, the Messerschmitt 262, and the Cessplane L19. Now, don't mind the baby convertible. As you can see, they also make a bunch of wacky other vehicles. For example, here's the baby, which I'm probably gonna have to make a video on this. I know I've seen Whybeare make a video, but as you can see, people just make wacky cars. Here's the baby convertible. Very funny. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, the crash physics again. For example, as I was saying before, if we just spawn in this car right here, we'll just spawn in this red one, this Hirochi again, and we can go ahead and crash into other vehicles too. And it'll also be influential on the traffic. For example, if we want to hit this car right here, that police car, it also did damage to their vehicle and as well as ours. And you can see from hitting that, we broke the left wheel off. As we can see, it's stuck turning left. I have my wheel in the neutral position, and I just cannot turn it because we just had that collision, which is really amazing, and it just adds so much more realism on how carefully you drive and what would happen in real life if you just hit that car right there. So as you can see, our wheel is all messed up. Oh no. It looks like we can still drive. Alright. Now, let's go on to another fun thing to do besides just messing around with free driving and as well as just messing around with the crash physics, is that if we go back to our drive here, we can go to scenarios. Now, the scenarios are really cool because, for example, say if we want to do some rock climbing, okay? You know, if we go over to right here, this is crawling, dried up riverbed. So now it'll just teleport us to the Utah, USA map, which is pretty much just like the sandy area, like sort of like St. George and the Grand Canyon area. And these are the scenarios. Now these are like set different missions where you can do all sorts of fun stuff. So we're just loading into here, and this one will just be, we'll just drive through a bunch of rocks, and we just gotta go around, and it can be really fun once you get tired, free driving like that. You can just go ahead and load up into a scenario. And if you don't like off-roading, such as like what we're gonna do here now, there's also a bunch of other stuff that I'll have to show, such as a police chase, deliveries, and a whole bunch of other stuff, which after this I'll show a delivery. So here we go. In this crawling track, you'll drive up a dried up riverbed, around the bend and back again. So here we are in this really cool off-road vehicle. Alright, so let's go. And now this is really fun. So this is pretty much just like rock climbing. So we gotta make sure that we can make up this rocks. Come on. There we go. And wow, look at that. So, and what's really cool about this is the suspension on this. It's really amazing to look at this. Oh my goodness, I keep tripping on my words today. I'm sorry, guys. The suspension. All right. Let's go in the first person as well. And man, it's just a game suitable for everybody. If you don't like to free drive, you can do fun little missions like this, or you can do off-roading if you don't really like racing. And if you like crash physics as well, this is also another game for you. And BeamNG.Drive with the crash physics is one of the things I was really interested in, was watching the crash physics, and it's just so much funner to watch it here, just all by yourself. So almost up these rocks. Come on. Oh, don't flip, please don't flip. Oh man. There we go. Go crashing down again. And as you can see there, we're pretty much toast. Engine is starved of oil. And you can just keep on trying these over and over again to restart the mission. And you can see how fun it is. You can keep yourself occupied while playing this. And so that's one of the missions for off-roading. And now here are some other missions. So if you don't really like off-roading, well, another thing that you can do are stuff like these. So we'll just go ahead and do this pizza delivery here. Now this one just says deliver the pizzas on your routes across town. Okay, and I'm pretty sure this is set in the Italy map because pizza, Italian stuff. Alright, so this one is, you kind of just drive around. Oh, okay, and we just crashed the game. That is not good. So that again is a good example of some of the cons here, is that the game sometimes crashes just like that. So that is not, oh, I didn't mean to click that, my bad. Anyways, so there's some crashes like that, and it can be a little bit disappointing to see that. But let's just go ahead and spawn back into the game. But that's just another example of one of the cons. Okay, everybody, so I'm very sorry for that crash there. But hey, that was just an example of one of the cons, is that there's sometimes random crashes like that, but it may just be on my end, but from what I've seen, some other people encounter the same issues as well. But it's no biggie, just spawn back in the game, and we'll just see if that will mess us up again if we try to go into the pizza delivery here. So we'll go ahead and go back into the pizza delivery, and let's hope we can get this mission. Alright, so I'm not going to try to pronounce that irragazzo, I don't know. I'm not sure what that says, I think it's like in Italian or something. The boss wants you to drop off some pizzas. You've got less than 3 minutes, and be sure to actually stop for the customer this time. Oh, and some kind of protest, I'm not sure if that's a grammar error. Anyways, and some kind of protest is going on in the city, so you'll have to improvise. I trust you remember all the old shortcuts. Okay, never mind, I thought this meant a kind protest, but, and some kind of protest, never mind. Alright, so that sounds fun. Looks like we got to drop off the pizzas, and we're gonna have to take some shortcuts because there's a protest going on. So let's go ahead and start. So we gotta deliver off all the pizzas in the set amount of time. Oh, we're still neutral. Shift up. Alright. So it looks like we gotta go through these checkpoints. And this car seems very, very suitable for like an Italian pizza delivery service. Looks like, ooh, we're supposed to go down this alley here. Whoa. Oh. Looks like this is stop at the next waypoint. Okay. Hello, here's your pizza. Hope you enjoy it. Honk honk. Grazie, young man. Oh, you're welcome. Alright. So it looks like we got a happy customer with our pizza there. Let's go ahead and keep on driving. And we're in a big rush because our boss really wants us to drop off pizzas. Oh, did we go the wrong way? Oh, never mind. Looks like we gotta drive through here. Is this a waypoint we're supposed to stop at? Oh, never mind. We gotta really hurry up. We're already on a minute here. I'm not sure how many customers we have today, but I'm guessing that they really want their pizza delivered pretty fast. So we're gonna definitely not speeding. Oh, looks like that's where the protest blocking off the streets. Okay. That's another waypoint. And another one up here. Okay, we gotta stop here. Honk, honk. Took you long enough. Alright. Well, I guess that person wasn't in a good mood. Alright, I think we maybe got one more customer left. Let's hope so. Uh-oh. I think we have to go down the stairs. Oh, yep, this is definitely a shortcut. Whoa. Yep, going down the stairs. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Last waypoint. Hello, here's your pizza. Let's go. Success. Got it in 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Hey, it looks like we got our bronze. So that was really cool. You sure are cutting it close on those deliveries. Yep, I only had a minute left. So that is one of the scenarios that you can do if you like to do fun stuff like delivering some pizzas. There's also stuff like port escape. And also, I think we'll maybe want to try East Coast Chase number 4. So it looks like BeamCom still hasn't fixed the internet at the police station. No more waiting on hold. It's time to convince them in person. Stop the van. Uh-oh. Looks like they're not giving the police station the internet, so we're gonna go give them a little talk. Okay, East Coast Chase number 4. BeamCom still hasn't fixed the internet at the police station. No more waiting on hold. It's time to convince them in person. Stop the van. Okay. Alright. Looks like it's time to go. Alright. Let's see, let's turn on our sirens. Alright, we're gonna go there. Code 3. Looks like we're just supposed to follow this waypoint here. Let's go tell BeamCom to hurry up with our internet. Uh-oh, I thought that was a turn left. Oh, no. Okay, let's just restart that. I did not know we're supposed to turn left, or not turn left. This time we'll do it in third person view. Guess we're going to go there code 2 instead. The siren's a little bit loud. Okay, so let's go ahead and tell BeamCom to go and fix our internet for us. Okay. There we go. Don't want to take those corners too fast. Looks like we gotta take a right here. Oh, there they are. Let's hit them. Stop. Looks like they're not stopping. Let's turn on our sirens now. Let's see, they're gonna turn. Uh-oh. Come on, block him in, or box him in. I guess we can't really do a pit maneuver here because they are riding along the guardrail. Come on. Aw, man. Oh! Uh-oh, they really did stuff to our car. Stop the car! Stop! Get out the car, sir! Gotta fix our internet for us. Oh, please don't tell me you're gonna run. No, you're staying here, sir. Come on, 5, 4, 3. Ah. Come on, stop. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. We got them. The van has been stopped. Success. Well done. Hopefully they do something more than turning off and on the modem. That's pretty funny. Alright. So there we have seen a couple of scenarios, and yeah, it's really cool. You can do scenarios like that. And now here is one of the cool things about BeamNG is that they are really open and make it easy for people to do mods and stuff. So for example, if we go into free roam here, we can go to Car Jump Arena. Now Car Jump Arena is it's a map mod. So this is one of the most popular mods in BeamNG. And it's pretty much just like the name says, it's for car jumping. It's pretty much just a ski jump but for cars. So I'll go ahead and spawn in a vehicle once we're there. We're just going to go flying off. It's really fun. So let's go ahead. I'm going to spawn in a different car. I think maybe we'll spawn in a school bus. Now this is the Downsworth D2500. Now this is a school bus, and this was a mod. So believe it or not, this is a mod, a really cool school bus. Okay, just loading up. Come on. And sometimes these mods take a little bit to load because of all these pieces and stuff, but here is the school bus. Jackson County School District. Very cool. And now, I think this also has configurations for crash dummies, crash test dummies in there, but we're just going to leave it empty like this. And let's go ahead and fly the school bus off of the ski jump arena. Let's go! Over rev risk. Uh-oh, I cannot shift up, but okay. Oh, there goes the engine. But we're still gaining speed. Alright. What do we get? Uh-oh. Whee! Smash. Oh, that did not look good. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Don't hit the guardrail. Crunch. And into the water we go. Wow, that was a boatload of fun. As you can see, we can just fly cars off of this map, which is really cool. And this is yet again another mod. So let's just spawn in this ETK series. I'm not sure what series this is, but anyways, let's jump something sporty off of this and try to get a really cool collision. And the soft body physics are just like one of the main things about this. Uh-oh. Ah, please don't tell me that we just... Okay, let's just do that again. But this time we're gonna step off the gas before we're about to jump. Okay. Now we can start accelerating. Let's see what speed we can reach. 100, 120, 150, 160. Looks like we're gonna top out at. Uh-oh, this does not look good. This does not look good. Crunch. Oh, that was a not so good impact. And oh, we're gonna hit the guardrail as well. Wow, look at all that damage. And oh my goodness, that is crazy. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Let's see, what if we just try to yeet? Oh, hold up. Let's see. Let's see if we can yoink it out of existence. Oh, never mind, we just pulled. Okay. Anyway, let's see if we can just... Okay, I need to actually grab the body of the car. And now, yeet! Boom. There we go. Now that's some serious damage right there. And oh my goodness, these mods are just really fun to mess around with. And this should really be just an official default mod in BeamNG. It's really cool. And whoever made this mod, props off to you. And definitely go check out this mod here. It's very, very fun. Okay, now the last thing that we're going to do is show you an aircraft. Now this is really fun and one thing that I found really, really entertaining to do. So we can spawn on this runway here, and believe it or not, this is actually a mod. Somebody actually made a flying vehicle. Now, I do know that there's some joystick compatibility, which I can pull out one of my joysticks, but it would be really cool if you could fly this with like a yoke. But so far, it's been easiest to fly it with just a keyboard and a mouse. So that's what we're going to do. So just loading up here, and let's just wait for that. So let's go ahead and spawn in. Pretty much, I think this has got to be one of the most best plane mods here, is a B-25 Mistral. Now, if we spawn in the B-25 here is the aircraft, and now on the right here it shows us our list on all of the controls. So T and G is your throttle, F and H is your ailerons, I mean not your ailerons, your rudders, and pretty much your pitch, or pretty much your elevator, your ailerons are just your mounts. And now one thing that is cool that this mod actually has too, is if you click Control W, you can spawn in bombs here, which is really, really nice. And now to toggle the bomb doors, you click comma, and I'm pretty sure to drop it, it is period. Yep. That's really cool. These bombs are loaded up. Alright, let's just go ahead and close the bomb bay. Let's put on our flaps, and let's go ahead and take off. And this is just a really fine example of how cool some of these mods can get in BeamNG. And this is, I think, one of the most popular plane, or one of the most popular air mods. Let's go ahead and rotate. And one thing that I found kind of funny is that when we put our gear up, it makes a funny noise. I'm not sure what that is about, but we'll just put it down just because it's kind of annoying. And now the crash physics on these mods are really cool as well, even for somebody who made a mod who is not official BeamNG. So we'll go ahead and just like clip our wing on something. Maybe we might want to do it in the city or hit this port here. So boom! Look at that! Oh my goodness, look at all the pieces as well. That is amazing. Very, very fun. Okay, so I think that is going to have to do it for BeamNG.Drive. It is a really, really fun game, and definitely get it, even though if you're not that much into cars or these types of games, it can still be really fun for you just to mess around. And I'll show you one more crash here. It will be a high-speed collision. And one thing I forgot to mention as well before we sign off here is that you can do slow-mo, which I'll show once we crash into this wall at the end of the runway. So we've already reached 100. We're going to want to position our camera. And 130. I don't think we'll make it to 200. Looks like 140 cap. Alright, and then let's just put it on slow motion. So this is 16 times, 8 times. And here we go. This is really cool that you can do slow-mo. Alright. And now we can just take a look at the fine work of the soft body physics. Smoosh. Whoa. And look, the whole entire trunk is gone of that car. And I guess that's what happens when you slam into that wall at over 100 miles per hour. And so we'll just go ahead and speed it up even more. And oh my goodness, look at this. We've just cut the car in half. And wow, it's just really fun and kind of satisfying to just crush up cars like that. Look at that. The front wheels are pretty much near the rear wheels, and I'm not sure about the driver and passenger seats of that car there, but I'm pretty sure we cannot sit in the car again. Well, that has to do it for a BeamNG.Drive. I'm pretty sure that this was a really cool video and fun video to do. Definitely look forward to me posting some more BeamNG.Drive videos. I think I might try to do some mod showcases, check out some mods and rate them, see how they are, or just have some fun in BeamNG and just do a bunch of other random stuff. Definitely well worth it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you definitely do enjoy BeamNG.Drive, go ahead and check them out on Steam, and I'm pretty sure they're on YouTube too, so also go ahead and check them out. They also, you'll receive different updates about the game, and also just take a look at some more cool clips of BeamNG.Drive. 100% recommend BeamNG. So, I hope you guys enjoyed watching my video, and if you guys enjoyed that, please feel free to leave a like or dislike if you didn't like it at all, because I will know that. And if you are new here, I pretty please do recommend that you subscribe if you enjoy videos like these. You cannot if you don't want to. You can. It's totally free, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Bye!